Okay. I am excited to welcome you to episode 8 of the Unseen Stage podcast. First of all, before we start, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been watching our videos, liking and following our social media handles, going to YouTube to subscribe on our page and watch our content. It's a good thing you're doing for us, for yourself, and we promise we'll continue to bring you very interesting content. Today is episode 8, and I am pleased to welcome someone who has played football to the very top, and now he has transitioned into something else he will talk to us about on this show. I have on seat someone who bears a name from Japan in Nigeria. He's going to tell me why he decided to change a Nigerian name to a Japanese name today. I have on seat Godwin Inamoto. Welcome to the Unseen Stage podcast.
Welcome, viewers, and welcome, my brother.
Yeah. So why did you change your name, your surname to Inamoto? Where did it come from?
I knew someday a day like this will come.
Okay, it has come.
It's very important also for me to clear the air on this issue. Okay, Inamoto has been my name. I adopted the name anyway.
Okay.
The genesis of the name.
Yeah.
While playing for a grassroots team called CIT, because that is where we grew up. That is where we started playing.
Okay.
And we had a state league then. And I was one of the youngest players in the team, and the senior players in the team, everybody had to go and tint their hair. They tinted their hair, changed the colors of their hair to gold color.
Okay.
And then there was this Japanese player called Inamoto. So I had to join them to tint my hair
to Inamoto style.
To the golden color. Okay. So when we all came out, people said I resembled Inamoto. And from there, and then people like my teammates started calling me Inamoto. So that's the genesis of the name, Godwin Inamoto.
Did you oppose when you were called Inamoto?
Like every other Nigerian young players, we are very excited when we are named after an amazing player. Yeah. Inamoto was a unique and very talented footballer, so I was pleased being named after him.
Okay, so apart from the name, can you tell us how your journey in football began? Where did you start from?
My journey in football, just like I said, I started playing like every other average Nigerian youth.
Okay.
From my community, I was privileged to saw my brothers play. I had talented brothers that are exceptional footballers, though they are not able to take it to
the professional
level. I saw there's one of my brother, Akon. He's popularly known as Usman, excellent footballer. Whatsoever I'm doing today cannot be compared to what he has done, what he can do with the ball. So that is how I started from my community. Then I joined them. There is this academy, Dynamic Kids. That is where I was shaped. Okay. Like every young players in Akwa Ibom, then I used to play good football, had to pass through that academy. Owned and managed by our popular coach, Emmanuel Ntuk.
Okay, so Greater Tomorrow started as Dynamic Kids?
Yes, Greater Tomorrow actually started as Dynamic Kids.
We've got to know a lot, because for me, I've only heard about Greater Tomorrow. I did not know that it started as Dynamic Kids. So you've enjoyed a lot of success in football, played in all the divisions, and what was your favorite football moment, the biggest of them all?
The biggest moment in my career, I would say, is I'll mention two things.
Okay.
One of it is when I was invited to the national under 20 camp.
Okay.
I didn't expect it, from this climate. There is this it's always difficult. I didn't expect it.
What is this thing? Let us.
Okay. Like we always believe there is this mentality that people from here, we don't have people to speak for us.
Okay.
So, but mine, I was just privileged. I don't know. That week we had a game in Lagos.
Yeah.
So I had a good game.
Which team were you playing for?
I was playing for Akwa Starlet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had a game in Lagos, and the national team coach then, was in Lagos, and I had a good game, and we left. To my greatest surprise, when the list was out in the national television, I saw my name and I was like, that's it. I didn't believe it until I got to the camp. So that was one of the best moments. The next moment was when I was able to promote Aqua Starlet Dakada from
the
NNL to Premier League. You know, I happen to be one of the players that has played in all the divisions with the team. So that was, if not the best, let me say the best moment, promoting the Dakada from NNL.
And you beat Shooting Stars 3-0 in that game.
Yeah, you know this.
Did you expect it?
It was, nobody expected it. We were the underdogs in that game. Nobody gave us a chance. Just like football always have its way. We saw it, Chelsea against PSG.
Don't remind me.
We went there and we had played Shooting Stars. Everybody was wowed.
Yeah, well, I was surprised. So you mentioned one thing about people in Akwa Ibom. We don't have people to speak for us. Is that true?
I wouldn't believe in them. You know, I wouldn't believe in that. I believe in when you are working hard. When you have the right mentality of the game. When you have what it takes, no matter where you are, if you like, hide in the most interior place in this world, your talent will bring you forth and people will identify based on what you can do. Football is not something that is on recommendation. It's what you can put forth. It's what you can offer. So I don't believe in that mentality.
Okay. So were there any challenges during your career? Any moment you felt like this is something can I actually get through this?
Yeah, like every other footballer, we always have our.
What was your own?
Mine was let me say this. Mine was my second season in Aqua United. You know, then I was in school. I had to combine education and football. And you know, when you are trying to pull two things at a time, one will have to suffer.
Of course.
Yeah, my career suffered because I had to immediately when I leave training, I will rush with like my training kits. I will not even take my bath from training to school. So my form went deep. And my saddest moment, even till this moment, was when I was dropped. I was sacked in Aqua United because of poor performance. It was actually poor performance. That season I was poor. So, and you know, there is this. That was my last year in school, and I had expectation that next season I would do better.
You do better.
I had hopes, and I was like trying to. To my greatest surprise, my name was among those that was
dropped.
So I was sad. It was a down moment for me.
So do you have any regrets about it, that maybe you should have left school to do football, or you think you were justified?
I think that was the best thing I've done in my life. Combining football and school.
And school, yeah.
Yes, that was the best thing I did.
So do you believe it's very important for all footballers to get some form of education while still playing football?
It is very important. It's very important. Education plays a vital role in our existence. Not even as footballers, but in football you need to. You have to strive. Any form of formal education you can get. Understand? We need to let our younger generation understand that it's important for us to be formally educated. Because it will save you from a whole lot of stress.
So a lot of your former teammates, people who played before you, when they get to retire, most of them don't get to do anything. They are not coaches. They are not doing any other thing because they did not have certificates. What do you think is responsible for this?
It still boils down to what we just finished talking about. Education. I think it boils down to education. There are a lot of our ex-professionals, ex-stars that would have loved to attend the coaching institute. But they are not privileged to maybe read and write. They don't have
the basics. To go to school to read and write.
So that will deter them. And that has been a problem in our generation.
Okay. So before I move to the next question, which has to do with your own transition, what do you think is the solution to this particular problem? Because we are not happy seeing when somebody who was at the very top on news headlines, on the radio, everybody was singing about them, and then all of a sudden we are seeing them on the street and they are not doing anything. What do you think? What practical solution do you think will help us solve this?
This is a difficult one.
And that's why you are here.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because if there's ever going to be help,
Okay.
the individual first should take a stand and should take a step.
Okay, should help yourself.
Yes, you have to help yourself first for people to be able to help you.
Okay.
Now, as an ex-footballer, we look at the teams around, like in the Nigerian league. Look at the positions in our clubs. Most of the, let me not use the word, the meanest position are mostly given to ex-footballers just because they don't have the qualification to man important offices.
Okay.
Understand? So I think, I don't know what can be done. What if you have at least the basic education, like the primary 6 and the National Institute for Sport is there. You can at least do a basic course that can help you at least be given a job as a coach in any of these clubs.
Okay, so for you, you played football to the top. You played for Akwa United, played for Akwa Starlet, and later Dakada FC. Now, you decided at a point, okay, it's time to move on. So what inspired your transition from playing to coaching? You know, you have a certificate. You would have just said, okay, let me go home, take my certificate and go out there to the market and look for a job. What inspired you to say, okay, let me stay in football and do coaching?
Okay, my inspiration is because I believe we have a younger generation that needs to be properly tutored.
Okay. And
with my experience, I think I have a lot to contribute.
Okay, so you said you should stay.
Then it's advisable and it's wise for me to stay. And from my experiences, I can guide them.
Okay.
Understand? So my inspiration was simply just to give back.
Yeah, to
the upcoming generation.
Yeah. So at what point did you take this decision? Okay, Inamoto, it's time to stop playing and become a coach.
This is a good one. You know, even when I went to school, people were asking me, you are supposed to be playing now.
Yeah.
One of my instructor in school asked me, Inamoto, you are still very young, still sound. The response I gave to him was, sir, you don't mind yeah, because like the last season I played, most of the times when I wake up, I won't have that joy of
to go back to training.
I will be struggling with my spirit. Maybe because of so many factors surrounding the game, the club and everything else at that very moment. So there was no more fun. You know, football has to do with the mindset. You have to be happy to play football. So I wasn't having that happiness at that moment. I wasn't having that fun. So I was always struggling. Even when I'm going to training, I will not have that conviction that
enjoy the playing itself.
Yeah, I won't even enjoy the game. So it affected my game though. So it was the best time for me to.
And you took up the decision to say, okay, let me go into coaching. How has the transition been so far from playing to coaching? Has there ever been a time you stood at the field and say, maybe I should take my boot and go back to playing?
Most definitely. It's always like that when you are transiting, that early stage of your transition. You will notice a lot of, maybe you are trying to
tell them to do something.
Coach players, telling them what to do, and they're struggling with it. There's something in you that will, maybe I should just
let me do this and do it. Okay. So you do experience this thing. Do you think it has been successful so far, or the signs are bright, or let's say the future is bright?
The future is bright, very, very bright. The future is bright.
So from your experience as a player who has played in the Nigerian Professional Football League, like my last guest on the show in episode 5, He was saying something about why fans don't come to watch our league, the Nigeria Premier Football League. As someone who has played in it, give us a practical solution. What do you think can be done to make this league better, that will have people come out to watch, to support?
Okay, I need to let me sit
well. It's
sit
serious.
well
It's a
to
serious
talk
thing.
about it. This is a very serious matter.
Okay.
Nigeria, our league, the
Okay.
NPFL,
Yeah.
the NNL,
Yeah.
has a whole lot of problem.
Okay.
And
Tell us some of them.
there are so many factors that are responsible for poor turn-ups.
Okay.
Now let me go to the most important factor, which to an extent you are either indirectly or directly involved. The referee.
Okay. What have they done this time?
Okay. If you notice, one of the killer of Nigerian football is poor officiating.
Okay.
Poor officiating has done more harm to the league
Okay.
than even the remuneration and every other factor.
Okay.
There are teams that are properly built.
Okay.
There are teams that are properly tutored and are playing good football, but each time they go for a game, there will always be the man with black and black frustrating and sabotaging the effort of those
What are
teams.
those people that like wearing black and black?
The referees.
Okay.
So what the way forward for Nigerian football is ensuring we have capable refereeing system.
Okay.
Referees that will have nothing to do with bribery, taking bribes and or any form of corruption. Referees that will be transparent and honest. Referees that will be translating
the laws.
Without any form of corruption.
Everybody has been shooting shot at the referees. Nobody has asked, how are these people paid? And don't you think this is a factor? Because if I'm not given money and somebody brings money, don't you think I'll be tempted?
That's a problem, and that boils down to the administration of the league.
So why don't we also shoot shot at the administrators?
And you were asking me from my own
point of okay, now I'm telling you that at some point these people don't get enough remuneration. For example, a team, we don't have money to pay Nigerian league referees 250,000, for example, but somebody somewhere has 250,000 to go and to give to him behind the scenes. What is responsible for this? Is it that we are enjoying this backstage action?
I think that is a very serious problem. The organizers of the league there is a need for every player to come together and look at how we will solve this menace. It's a menace. It's a very serious problem. Now we need to, the referees, they are supposed to be an independent bodies.
Of course.
So they are supposed to have sponsorship. Okay. Now the league organizers, the league body, there should be sponsorship like it's done in Europe. We know people that are sponsoring the English Premier League. We know people that are sponsoring the La Liga. That also should be brought into our local Nigerian league. Of course. For example, in so many years now, the Nigerian league has been without sponsors, any known sponsor. The only thing we will be hearing things from, but once the league commences, it will be something else. So I think the league body for this season, they should put everything in place.
Of course.
And the factor of bad officiating should be properly checked. If these referees are not well paid, then provision should be made for these referees to be properly paid. These referees should be given traveling allowances. These referees should be provided for. It's wrong for clubs to accommodate referees like home teams, to accommodate referees and accommodate the referee, feed the referee. The referee will definitely have to do something to favor those that have been taking care of him.
You will not buy the hand that feeds you now.
You can know it's like that.
So this is a message to football administrators in Nigeria. These are practical steps that if we want to grow the league and get people to come sponsor and invest their money. We have to do these things correctly. So let's move on to young players, because a lot of them look up to you, and when they see Inamoto, they remember the things you used to do in the field. So they see you as an inspiration. What advice do you give to youngsters who are coming up, who look to play in the MPFL or want to go abroad? What message will you tell them when you meet them on the road, for example?
My message to this younger generation of players is there is no shortcut to success.
Okay.
You have to prepare yourself. Preparation is the key to success.
Okay.
When you are well prepared, when you are well groomed, when you are well tutored, you will play the game to the highest level. Now, let me state an instance. To most of our younger players, there is a need for transition. Now, let me explain what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
If you happen to be in a particular place, you know, like, football is just like an institution, like let me say the primary school. There is a level you will outgrow primary one, and you have to move to primary two.
Yeah, of course.
Now, to outgrow primary one, you have to be able to do well, understand everything that you need to do in primary one, and pass the exams.
Okay.
Now, that is what, let's bring it into football. Most of our young footballers think having to stay in a particular football academy for a very long time is the key. It's not. There are times your talent outgrows a particular place. You need to step forward and go to a better place if you really want to make success. You cannot keep staying in a place and nothing has been happening in that place for years.
And you want to stay.
And you are still remaining there. This is a clear message to young people. There are so many opportunities for our young players, but foremost, make sure you are training properly. And if nothing is happening where you are, you need to step up, move to the next level. Because if nothing is coming to you, then you make advancement and
go to that thing.
Yes, and go look for something.
Okay, so let's talk a little about your life outside football. What else do you enjoy doing outside football, coaching? What else do you do?
Beyond football, I do read a lot.
Oh, what type of books do you read? The Bible? What? The Bible?
Yes, I do read the Bible, and I do read motivational books, books that can spur me up, inspire me, like motivational books. There are a lot of them I have in my drawer. I read a lot. And another thing I do, apart from football, is I play Scrabble. It sharpens the brain. I'm a very good Scrabble player.
So you recommend that anybody that wants to play football should do Scrabble?
It depends on what you like. If you like Scrabble, you are very free
to
do
it. It's good for you. Okay, so
it's important for you most times in your life to do something away from
your
football,
regular,
so that you can relax your mind and your brain. Okay,
so what are your coaching ambitions for the next few years? Let's say in the next 5 years, Inamoto as a coach. What are your ambitions?
My ambition is very simple. I just want to up my game, like in this level of my life.
Okay.
I don't want to remain at this level that I am.
Okay.
There are a lot of things to learn in this profession. I don't just want to remain a National Institute of Sports
coach,
licensed coach. There are other certifications in football. Okay. And I cannot settle for less.
Okay, so you push for those ones?
Most definitely, I'll push for higher certification, because it's not just about the certification though. I'll push for higher knowledge of the game so that I'll be able to impact
on others.
Yes.
For example, you are pushing for everything big. You are looking at succeeding in coaching. You look forward to coaching Aqua United, for example. Yes, you played for the team, and so if opportunity comes up, do you have those dreams? Maybe those moments you sit down and say, "Oh, one day I'll be a coach of Aqua United."
I think coaching Aqua United will be a thing of joy, but right now I am not thinking about that.
So in 4 years?
In 4 years, I am not thinking about that.
Okay.
I am thinking about
that's in which thing?
Advancing.
Okay.
Advancing in this profession. I am thinking about acquiring knowledge. I'm thinking about studying some of the greatest coaches in our nation. Right now we have a lot of them. I'm thinking about just being able to acquire their knowledge.
Yeah, talking about acquiring knowledge from coaches, you faced your grassroots coach, the coach who taught you in the FA Cup, Akwa Ibom State FA Cup, and you defeated him. Coach Emmanuel, you were working for Evans Reyes and you defeated Dakada FC in the. How was the feeling? Beating your master?
It was a good feeling though. I felt at the same time I felt good and bad. Bad in the sense that the team that lost is a darling team to me.
For you, yes.
And the coach that I defeated was one of the coaches that taught me how to play football.
Okay.
But in the other way around, it was a nice experience playing against a tactically disciplined team like Dakada.
So what message did you share with your players that day that made the whole difference?
The only thing I told them, I emphasize on discipline once we lose the ball. But I told them we are playing against a very tactically sound team. That we don't have to be caught unaware.
Okay.
And we have to always be behind the ball and bank on counter. And that was exactly how we played to score those goals that we scored.
And that helped you to defeat.
That helped us.
After the game, did you feel emotional? Did anyone come to you and say, look at what you've done to your former team?
Like, I don't allow things like that to get into my head because that's the beginning of downfall. Once you allow things like that to get into you. So I do my best to keep myself at a very humble level where I don't allow too much of hype to get onto me. Yes.
Finally, let's come back to Akwa Ibom. Football in Akwa Ibom. What are those things you think should change or we should do better in Akwa Ibom? That's an add with your parting words.
Okay, football in Akwa Ibom. While growing up, we used to have indigenous of Akwa Ibom, players from Akwa Ibom with Akwa Ibom names being invited to the national teams. But all of a sudden, that has not been happening. Now, what's the solution?
That's why we are here.
The solution is we have to go back to the grassroots. Thank God for the current administration of the FA. They are really investing in the grassroots. That's just the key. We need to. There was a time where grassroots football was no more in the state. But now, thank God, it's coming up again. So we need to invest more
in the grassroots.
State league, local competition, Chairman's Cup, things like that, Governor's Cup. Those are the things that will give us abundance of local players that can stand.
Yeah, already you've exported to Europe. How did you do it? What was the magic?
Yeah, those two, I spotted them. Like one of them, Lucky Tom. One of them, Bright James, Wana James. I saw them just like every other players. And I failed to mention here, I am also a certified IPSO.
What's
scout.
IPSO? You are a scout.
International Professional Scouting Organization. I am a certified, I've been certified there. So, like, I have clubs in Lagos that I scout for. And one of those clubs is Classes Football Academy. So I spotted them here, and none of them were like really doing well. Lucky was in Dakada, but he was struggling with his form. So I needed to speak. I talked to him and made him understand the reason why he need to stay in a secluded place and concentrate. So I took them to Lagos, and from there they moved to Europe. And right now they are doing well. Like brother James, his club, Dynamo Tirana, is playing in the Europa. Maybe this weekend or so.
And so you think if we invest more in the grassroots, we'll have more of this kind of
Yes, that is the key. Because right now, football, those European clubs, they are looking for untapped talents. Players that has tendency of growth and players that are very young. So that is where we need to invest. And if we invest, we can always have people that can play for Akwa United and play well.
Okay.
We will always have players that can represent Takada and represent the club well.
Okay.
And these are the generation of players that will bring back the glory days
To
of Akwa Ibom
Akwa.
football.
Okay. So
Yes.
the parting message to everyone out there is let's go back to the grassroots. Invest in the grassroots and
Yes.
any words for your fans? Those people who Inamoto on the streets, in the stadium, what message do you have for them there?
Okay, my message to my fans, friends, brothers, and
Yeah.
is whatsoever you want to do in life, be committed to it.
Okay.
With commitment, dedication, and most importantly, there is a thing called the God factor.
Okay.
The Bible says, "By strength shall no man prevail." No matter how talented that you think you are, if you leave out the God factor, you might struggle.
Yeah.
So you have to be devoted and committed to that God factor. Let me quote the scripture again, and I think I will leave you with that.
Okay.
God said in His word that He will give you everything that pertains to life and to godliness.
Okay.
So if He has said it, trust Him. In whatsoever you are doing, He will surely bless and prosper the works of your hand. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you and continue trusting God, and not only God, continue following the Unseen Stage podcast, subscribe on our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page. When you watch this video, don't watch it and stop there. You have to share it so that other people can also enjoy these things you are enjoying. This is done for episode 8. We will not stop. We are committed to this. We're going to come back. But for now, goodbye.